Our final inductee in the administrators category is Jack Roberts of Michigan. Jack Roberts has been one of the key leaders in high school sports nationally for the past 50 years, including his legendary 32-year career as executive director of the Michigan High School Athletic Association. During his 7 years on the NFHS staff to begin his career, Roberts was involved with the implementation of Title IX at the local and state levels.
I've said this many times that in the game of life, the tournament of life, if you will, I got a first round bye. I grew up in the home of a really great father and mother. My father was also a highly successful high school and college coach, and then for almost 30 years was the director of the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association. Then I spent most of my 20s on the staff of the National Federation of State High School Associations. So picture it, I learned at the knee of a Hall of Famer, John Roberts from Wisconsin, and at the elbow of a Hall of Famer, Cliff Fagan at the National Federation. You don't get a better head start than that. I remember when I told my mother that I was going to take the job in Michigan, I called her on the phone, and the first thing she said to me, "Well, I hope you have thick skin." She knew the jobs were tough, but it was the perfect job for me. I've said that I think it was my purpose to be with the Michigan High School Athletic Association. It was a great fit. I love this middle level. The local level may not be right for me. The national level may not be right for me, but the state level was where the action was, both positive and negative. You know, lots of problems, but lots of excitement with tournaments and so forth. And so it was just as I said, it was rather a honeymoon for 3 decades. I like that school sports has rules. I think rules add to the benefits of the program, the value of the program for the students, for their schools, and for society. I don't think we should apologize for having rules. I think we should advocate for them. And while I might have been seen as a conservative when it comes to rules of eligibility and rules of competition, I think rules are part of the essence of school sports and what gives them value. They're not just to make the playing field level, they also are to provide better benefits for those who are participating in the program. I thought when I came to the office each day for most of 30 years that my job was to tell the story of school sports. And we grew a staff, beginning with John Johnson and Rob Kaminsky and Andy Frushauer, Andy Osers, Jeff Kimmerly. We added a staff to communicate the story of school sports every day. I think that's the biggest job of state associations, and the National Federation can help us tell the story effectively and distinguish school sports from sports on all other levels by all of the sponsors. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame was never a goal I had. In fact, I was surprised when Bruce Howard called. And I have to tell you, as he was telling me why he was calling, I got goosebumps. And that was the first time I realized truly how important this was to me. I didn't get into this work for awards and honors. That was never my objective. In fact, I often thought if people thought too much of me, I probably wasn't doing the job well enough. I should be tougher. If things are going too smoothly, then we tried to stir things up a little bit and keep us on the cutting edge of change and stay progressive. So I didn't try to please people in this work necessarily. So to be honored like this is a great honor, and it touched me much more than I thought it would. And then, of course, I thought, I suppose I'm the first son of a previously inducted Hall of Famer. And that is kind of neat. That's special, and I'm sure my dad would be terrifically pleased, as I am. I hope that the staff at the MHSAA today and the staffs that follow them, and many of the coaches and administrators around the state will remember me as someone who was committed to the core values of educational athletics. That's what he spoke about, they'll say. That's what he wrote volumes and volumes about, was the core values. What it is we really believe in school sports. And then he had tactics and programs to try to bring those values to fruition. We talked about the value and values of school sports like no other state association in the country, and I hope that they will remember us in my time here in that regard.